Why is it not connected? What you saying? Here I am now. Guys, welcome back to episode 4.
4,
We're on number 4.
3, 4.
We're on number 4. And on tonight's episode, it hurts so good. This is one of my favorites. This is legit one of my favorites. Because it hurts so good.
So some of the things that you are into, but then there are the things that don't hurt good.
Those are the things that don't hurt so good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but there's other people out there that love it, so it's okay.
Different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks. Different spanks for different stanks.
Hope they don't be stinking. I ain't trying to spank nobody that's stinking.
But yeah, it hurts so good. What I like, okay, so I like impact play. You know this.
Well, impact play is such a broad term. You like light to medium, slightly heavy impact play with floggers, and you only like thuddy pain.
I also like spanking with the hands, though.
Yes,
I love
yes.
open hand
spanking.
That little sting that it gives you, and then the nice little rub behind it.
You know, not everybody does the rub. The rub doesn't automatically.
I know that everybody doesn't do the rub, because once upon a time when I met somebody and they had my ass on fire, I had to almost practically beg for some aftercare, and I still didn't get it because they were just being hard-headed. I don't know what the hell he was trying to teach me or whatever.
You didn't.
But I'm not gonna point no fingers. You know what I'm saying? And I just
point all the elbow you want.
I ain't pointing no fingers.
If you don't negotiate aftercare before you're seen, aftercare is not guaranteed to happen.
I didn't see rewind it back to, like, I just didn't know that you were one of the very first DOMs that I did impact play. As a matter of fact, you're like the second, because the first one was Sir Dread.
Okay.
He's the first one that I ever had any type of impact play, which was with the floggers. And then we didn't have to negotiate aftercare. He rubbed me down with some rabbit skin. So I didn't know that we had to negotiate booty rubs, okay?
Yeah. So understand something. When you're playing and you're playing with swingers and you're giving them a small introduction or a slight introduction to BDSM, there's a lot of things that, because you're on the swinging side of the lifestyle, kind of go understood. And consent is not that serious with swingers as it is with
BDSM,
BDSM.
right?
Like with swingers, consent is more implied. You know, you're at the swing club. You know what we do here. You know what's going to happen here.
Right.
So I can touch you in a way. I can flirt with you. I can rub my arm on you, and that's okay. When you go to a BDSM dungeon, don't touch nobody without their permission.
Right.
Don't touch their stuff without permission. And don't touch my stuff also means don't touch my person.
Your person, right.
Don't touch my submissive without my permission. So,
well, good thing I didn't meet you in a dungeon. I met you at a private house party, a swinger party, and you were just there chilling. I didn't even know. And then I looked over and you got a suitcase full of goodies. And, you know, that's when you became that word that you don't, I've been prohibited. What is it? Prohibited from using.
Yeah.
But y'all already know what his nickname was. And that's
past tense.
And that was how it all started. That's how it all started. He put a dragon tail to my ass and it hurt. And I didn't even get a rub done afterwards because I didn't supposedly negotiate it with him.
Well, you know, when I'm going into, you got to remember, this was the first time I had been to one of their parties. And I don't know if they're okay.
And that was King and Queen's party. Yeah, Queen is online with us. Yeah, and there she is, our party.
So this was the first time I had ever been to any of King and Queen's parties. So I didn't know how serious y'all were into BDSM or King.
I think that was actually Queen and King and Queen's first party. Wasn't that the first party that you guys
did? It started with a bang, boy.
It started with a bang and ended up with a word that's prohibited.
I remember I walked into the house and I had talked to King on the phone, but we had never met. And I walked into the house because a friend of King's had called me and they know that I'm a pro dom, and they was like, "Yo, They want you to just go do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I need you to hook them up. Don't charge them your full price. Give them my discount. And when she called me and told me that, I was like, all right, if you vouching for them, then I'm going to treat them like I would treat you. And so King and I had talked on the phone, but we had never met. So So I walk into the house and I'm looking around, and I guess I had the serious look on my face.
Because you have that serious resting bitch look.
Yeah. So Queen saw me, and Queen was like, oh shit, one of the neighbors came up in the party. They're going to call the police. Let me go talk to this man before he get us busted. So Queen comes over. She's like, excuse me, sir, are you okay? Is everything all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm here to set up the BDSM table. I talked to King, but I don't know who he is. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, how you doing? She gave me a hug, and she started.
And you still didn't know who she was.
I have no idea who she was. I have no clue who she was.
She was the queen to the king.
And she was so sweet, and she was so welcoming, and she had a big smile on her face, and she was like, you just tell me what you need and where you need to set up, and whatever you need, I'm going to make sure you get it. And if you want a massage, let me know. I'm going to give you a massage. And I was like, hey, oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Who are you? And she was like, oh, I'm Queen. I'm King's wife. I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't know if y'all knew anything about it, or if this was more like a Kingster party or a swinger party. So I kind of went in with okay, I'm going to treat them like I would treat somebody at a dungeon, and that way I won't get in no trouble.
Right. That was the safe way to go.
Yeah.
That was the safe way to go. Yeah. But yeah, you had a lot of unexperienced people there like myself that did not know that we had to negotiate booty rubs. Because now that I know that, every negotiation that I ever have with anybody moving forward, I am going to definitely negotiate some aftercare in there.
I had 2 accidental safe ones.
Then he came back the next night, and I'm so glad that he came back the next night, because that's when I put the APV on him, because he left without giving me his number. And I had the whole search party at the party.
I had like 6 people come up to me before I even got out, before I even really got into the party. I had like 6 different people come up to me. Yo, you call Mercy? And I was like, no. They was like, yo, call Mercy. Mercy wanted what she wanted. And this was in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then the security dude was like, yo, you call Mercy? And I was like, somebody just asked me that. No, I ain't called. Then I got in the house. 2 more people before I even put my bag down. Did you call Mercy? And I was like, yo, what the fuck did this girl tell these people?
That you whooped my ass?
Bro, they was
that you whooped my ass.
Well, they was down for you. They was making sure I got your message.
Yep. They understood the assignment.
They sure did.
They understood that. Thank you, my people. Thank you.
So it hurts so good.
Now here we are.
It hurts so good.
It hurts so good.
So today is about the different types of kinks and the different kinds of things that we do. A lot of people associate BDSM with pain kind of automatically, but BDSM is not really about pain. It's more about experiencing different sensations. And those sensations can be positive, they can be negative, or they can be a mixture of both. A lot of BDSM play is kind of a mixture of positive and negative, good and bad sensations. We'll kind of start you off with something that is very light and very easy, and it might feel like a massage or something very pleasurable. And we'll kind of slowly work. If the person is a good dominant, they will slowly work the pain up from a light level to an escalating hard level, because your skin is a very durable organ. If I start you off light, your skin kind of toughens up and tenses up, and your water retention changes in your body, your skin hardens, your pores close. So you can take more pain if I start you off light and work you up than you can if I just start wailing on you real hard. Now, again, different strokes for different folks. Different dominants have different styles. Different tops play differently. If a top wants to start out going heavy, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Some people like that. Some people enjoy that type of play. But for most people that don't have experience in the BDSM lifestyle, you want to start off light and gradually work your way up to heavy play. You don't want to just start at heavy and go from there, because you're going to be able to enjoy a lot more and last a lot longer starting off light and gradually working your way up. So a lot of the things that I've done when I'm with new people is we talk about a negotiation, and if they say they like heavy play, I start them off at medium and move into heavy. If they say they want medium, I start them off light and move into medium. If they say they want light and they don't want it to hurt at all, I start very light and then go to regular light.
What's very light? You start off with aftercare?
No, honestly, I don't know if you've seen them, but you know those floggers I have that are made out of rope and they're super, super soft. And when I hit you with it, you say it feels like you get hit with a feather. It feels like a massage. That's very light.
Okay.
So a very light impact scene is one of those impact scenes that you don't really feel any pain. It feels like a light massage. It feels like somebody is just kind of rubbing your back and you're getting kind of hands just rubbed on you. And some people really like that. So if you want something in BDSM that does not have any pain involved whatsoever, there are a couple different types of play that you can do that have no pain whatsoever. And you also have different types of pain. You have people that don't want to experience physical pain, but they want emotional pain, or they want mental pain. You have people that want no physical pain, but they want degradation and humiliation. So, you know, you have to have that negotiation. And this is where I kind of ask questions and I kind of delve into what exactly it is you're looking for so that I can set a scene that is based in what you desire it to be. And I'm meeting your expectations. Because as a pro dom, because I'm getting paid for this, it's not about me and what I want. I have to build and set this scene up around my client and that person that's paying me for this service. Now, if I'm playing with you for free, then yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to
do. Hence the dragon tail to my ass.
Yeah, if you ain't paying, you ain't paying. And I need to have some fun.
You having fun with it.
Because if you ain't paying, I can say things like, no, I don't feel like it. And no, I don't want to do that. And no, I'm not going to. But if you're a paying client, then a lot of that gets put to the side because it's not about me. It's about you as a client.
Gotcha. On tonight's show, we're going to have a few guests. We're going to have some videos of Bear doing some of his stuff. We can start with showing them a little bit of my impact play.
And again, if you see something in the video that is different than what you do or different than something you saw somebody else do, BDSM is not about wrong or right. Different people have different styles and do things. That's fine. You can go ahead and play it. As long as you like it.
This feels good. This was a year ago.
It's not leather, so yeah.
Right.
It's not leather, so it's a little spicy. The other ones are gonna feel a little bit better than this one.
I like it though. I like it. It was more of a thump than a sting. And that right there was some impact play.
And if you notice, I was asking her how she liked it while I was doing it to kind of gauge where she was on the spectrum while I was doing what I was doing.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing. My favorite thing is the floggers. And I do like the thump with the sting at the end. That's one.
I mean, I don't know if you're looking at me for me to co-sign on your.
I mean, like so
true, but
it's not so true.
You said it's your favorite thing.
It's one of my favorite.
Okay, because I was about to say I can name 3 things right now that you're gonna say. Oh wait, no.
I do have a lot of favorites. I love wax. I love electro play. We've never done. I love pass out play. I love breath play. I love them all.
Hair pulling.
That too. But when it comes to impact play, my favorite is the flogging, the thud with the sting.
Okay. For that particular type of play.
For that particular type of play. That and the spanking. The spanking.
Yes. Open hand spanking. Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite.
But there are so many other things besides impact that you go a little crazy for. So I love one of the many favorites.
One of the many favorites. What do you do? We want to bring up one of the girls?
Sure.
All right. Let's add Sultry Bear. This is Baby Bear. We're going to add Baby Bear to the live. Hey, Baby Bear.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
We're good. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So in the video we have that Baby Bear is in, we did a very little bit of fire play right before we started a cupping scene. And I did a little fire on her to kind of get her skin ready for the heat. and make sure that her skin in a very small amount just to kind of condition her skin and get it ready for the heat of the fire cupping that we were doing.
Okay. That video.
Oh, you started at the cupping. Okay.
Oh, well, is that all that it gave us? Did it not like give us the whole thing? Oh, there it goes.
Oh. How did that feel when it was getting done?
Hot. So hot but good.
So you don't really feel like you're burning. You just feel the heat from it.
No, it's heat. Like it feels warm. Like it's a good feeling. It's a good sensation.
Compared to like wax play, what would you say? Like fire and wax?
I've never done wax, so I'm gonna have to say fire. But some parts, like where like my butt crack, you know, where it's like a little some hairs, the fire would catch on to. So that kind of stung a little bit, you know, because I feel like the hairs were burning, but it felt good.
They are.
Okay.
So if normally before fire play, you want to make sure you try and nair or shave somewhat, because if you have somebody that's real hairy during fire play, the hair will catch fire.
Yeah. I was pretty hairless, but I just missed some spots, so. But it felt good. Like the calves were real sensitive.
Nice. I was a bit tired that night, but I think that was my first time also doing fire. I know I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
And we only did a little bit. It wasn't a lot.
Right. That was just like a sample.
But for my first time, it felt like a lot. I've never done fire before, so.
Oh, that was also your first time?
You
Nice.
don't have to be out in these streets taking cherry.
Right? You be cherry popping on the streets. You be cherry. Because that was also my first night doing fire and cupping.
And I keep asking, can we do it again? Can we do it again? He won't even let me play with fire. I can't even touch a lighter.
That's because you're a little pyromaniac. You like to play with fire.
It's fire play. That's why you play with fire. That's fire play.
Yes, I play with fire.
Please don't set Bear on fire. He's a little hairy.
Should be trying
to little. He's a little hairy. It's gonna be harder for you to like get that, turn that fire out. But yeah.
So fire and fire cupping are not normally considered the type of play that hurts or involves a lot of pain. If you've ever had a hot stone massage or you've ever done wax play, you're dealing with temperatures that you will feel the heat, but you're not going to walk away with any burns, like 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree burns, nothing like that. Well, you shouldn't. So again, everything that we do is fucking dangerous. I have been trained. I have taken classes. I have gotten certified to do fire play. I didn't just see it on TV one day, think that was cool, and then start doing it. I had to go take classes. I had to take multiple classes. I had to take classes on different level, an entry level, an intermediate, and an advanced level before I started playing with people. And it is important that the person you're playing with knows what they're doing and they have some experience. One of the things that I tell people all the time is you want to watch somebody play before you put yourself in their hands. I don't know how many people on the podcast are in the local community for Fort Lauderdale, but there was recently a young lady that got burned pretty badly because the person that was doing the fire play didn't know what they were doing.
Right.
They saw it, and I guess they felt like they could do it because they saw it somewhere, and they ended up burning a young lady who was burned pretty badly, bad enough for her to decide she's never doing fire play again.
Wow, that's
so it's important that
unfortunate.
The person that's doing fire play needs to know what they're doing. It's not something that can be taken lightly. It is dangerous.
Most definitely.
But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it.
People love
Until next time.
Till next time. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. You want to hang out or?
I'll hang out. I'll kick it.
You'll hang out. All right. So we're gonna bring Queen on. Hey, Queen. Oh wait, where'd she go?
Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
We lost her.
She'll call back in, I'm sure. So Queen has done a couple things. She's done some impact. There she is.
There she is.
I will fuck up as soon as you call my name.
Well, welcome to the Barefoot Queen.
Hey guys.
Thank you for coming on and sharing your experiences with us.
Of course.
So Queen has done a couple things. I don't think we've ever done impact, but Queen and I have done rope. And rope is one of my favorite kinds of play. I like rope. I enjoy rope. Sensual rope is my favorite. I like doing suspensions. I don't find many people brave enough to do resistance rope, bondage rope, or kidnapping. So I don't do much of that.
Kidnapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes, like CNC and kidnapping. I've done a few scenes with CNC and kidnapping, but those were people that were heavy kinksters. The beginners are not.
They're not into that.
Yeah, they never want to try that out. They just want the basic stuff. So I think Queen and I did a suspension scene at the rooftop, and it was her first time in rope, which I still find unbelievable because she did a fantastic job. She was spinning around and flipping and going upside down. And I was like, you sure this your first time? Like, you sure?
I mean, it didn't.
Like your first time? Like,
it didn't help that I was on the sideline. Like, all right, girl, put them legs on. Let me take this shot. Oh, wait, hold on. Spin.
The fellas gonna understand. The fellas gonna understand this. You know how you with a girl and she say she a virgin, and then y'all have sex, and you be like, you sure you are like you a virgin? Like, you sure you a virgin? Because I kind of fell in. Like, are you sure you a virgin?
You know what?
So Queen talking about this her first time doing suspension, and she get up there and she start flipping around and going upside down and doing tricks and shit. And I'm like, yeah, okay, first time, okay, right, first time. But I think she had a lot of fun.
I did. It was definitely my first time doing any type of suspension. Really, actually dabbling in rope play as much as I did. I've played with it just a little bit, but I loved it. I felt like I was an acrobat in a Cirque du Soleil goddamn circus, and I felt like I was swimming through the air. Like, they could have left me up there. Seriously,
swimming through the air.
She was doing it too. She was doing it.
I was floating. I loved it, and I can't wait till we get another one in.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. I know.
Thank you. I know. Time.
I know. I've been telling you we're gonna get back there, and my schedule's been crazy. I'll be in Tampa this weekend. I'll be in Atlanta next weekend. But we'll make it happen. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We're gonna show the video.
We're gonna go ahead and show the video of Queen. She was like Sophie said, she was a little fairy. She's just chilling right there. I think she's about to spin her in a minute.
Yeah, she's up there for about I want to say about 5 or 8 minutes. I was like, Queen, you ready? Like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm gonna stay for a little while. I'm like, all right, first time.
Just like that. That's me being a photographer, telling her to pose for me. Moving through the air. Not for nothing, but that ass looking right. Girl, that booty looking good up there. There we go. Now we go to spinning.
And to be honest, for most people, their first time doing it, it's really hard to do. It hurts to go upside down, and she just went right into it with no problem.
That's right, folks. I want to see.
was awesome.
I loved it. King was even like, "Oh man, look at her." He said, "Baby, you okay?"
I think at one point I had lived over at King, and I was like, first time, right? First time.
Right. Right.
What?
Right.
No, like I don't know. I felt like I was just at peace. I was at home. I was in my element in a way, and could nobody. Like I said, if I didn't have to get down, I would have stayed up there.
Mm-hmm. And again, there wasn't pain associated with that. That wasn't the type of play that is pain.
It was a little bit tight, but I could feel it like in certain places, a little bit like a little tight, but it wasn't bad. Like it felt good. It felt really good.
Low key, almost like a massage, huh? Almost like a massage. So y'all should know, but those who don't know, make sure you holler at Queen. She is the better half of the royal massages.
He's here.
Get your massage right.
Yep.
Yes. Royal Mix Spa. We do massages, sensual, all of that. We come to you just like how we had Bear come to our first party.
Yeah, they started with a bang, boy.
I can still remember. I was a pit bull on you. I was like, "Oh no, this is the neighbor. He has to go. Excuse me, sir. Can I help you?" He said, "I'm looking for King."
Well, I think you're in the wrong house.
Literally.
We was at the party. It was about 2:00 in the morning. I was like, "Yo, I got to go home. I can't be associating with y'all degenerates. I'm a grown man. I got to go home. I got to get in my bed. I got shit to do tomorrow." And I blinked my eyes, and then it was 5:00 in the morning. And I was like, "What just happened? Like, why am I still here? I was supposed to leave hours ago, and I'm still here."
Breakfast.
And then we went to breakfast. We went to breakfast. Like,
no, remember the party
home until like 6:30, 7:00 messing with them.
The party had got shut down the next day, and you beat us to the backup house.
The part, and then we had to go to the backup house. And when I got to the backup house before everybody else, I was sitting there when they walked in, and they was like, "Oh, look who's still here!" And I was like, "Shut up."
Talking about King threatened him.
I had a good time.
That's what's up, man. I'm happy you did.
He told me I couldn't go home, but he was gonna hurt me.
He was gonna hurt you.
That's what he said. He said he was gonna beat me up if I left. I had to stay. I couldn't leave. He wouldn't let me leave. He had like some jiu-jitsu moves and everything. He did an arm bar.
He gave
me a wet willy and an Indian burn. And he gave me an Indian burn. He said I couldn't leave. He did all that. All that.
Good times, man. Good times.
It was good to see you.
Of course. Much love. Anytime, guys.
You too.
Love you guys too.
All right.
So we're gonna bring on. Is Chill here?
Chill. Are you on, Chill? Let me see. Get on camera. In the meantime, there she is.
This is a young lady that enjoys something a little more than just the mild or moderate. She likes a little extra impact with her impact. She's not super heavy, but she does like a little pressure with her impact.
I've graduated. We can go a little heavy.
You definitely have. You passed level 1 and 2. You up level 3 and higher.
Yeah.
And I was blessed enough to be there on your first impact session. And I think that's the footage that we do have for tonight. But first and foremost, thank you for being here, babe. It's great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your experience. What did you expect when you first got bent over that chair before you got that first pop to the booty? What was it that you were expecting?
Truthfully, I don't know what I expected, but I'm down to always volunteer. And he was like, "Anybody want to volunteer?" I was like, me, I'm next. Please, can I be next? And it was like, I did not know what I was expecting. But I did. And my whole point a lot of times is for my focus. I lose my focus with being so busy. And that just brings back my clarity. Weird enough, but it does. It's like, okay, I'm good to go. And I probably called him or texted him the next freaking day. I was like, okay, can I get an appointment? We need to handle this because this is what my problem is, and this is what I need. So
Yep. Yep.
I
So
was,
you instantly found another source of self-care.
yes, immediately. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was either the next day or the following day. I'm like, okay, I need the number. Can we set up an appointment? What time? What we need to do? Let's go.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And that's and you know what? I totally agree with what you're saying because I understand it because there's been times where I'm stressed the fuck out and I'm going through shit and I'm like, Bear, I need a session. Like I need a session. And it's like you release something. Like
When you go through an impact scene, it's different for everyone. You know, your brain is going to release whatever hormones, whatever dopamine, serotonin, like it's going to release however it works for you, it's going to work for you. But everyone has a different relationship with pain. For some people, pain is the boogeyman that they've run away from their entire life and they want absolutely nothing to do with it. For some people, pain is the forbidden lover that they want to see. They just don't want to see him too often. And they might not want everybody to know that they see him. You know, you have people that you see every day that, you know, run major companies or are in these positions where they are principals, they are carpenters, they are CEOs,
doctors, lawyers.
They got bruises underneath their clothes because when they get home, they like to get their ass beat. You know, I've had people pay for sessions, and the rule in the session is you can bruise me, but it can't be below my elbows, above my neck, or anywhere below my knees. I have to be able to cover it up with work clothes if you're going to bruise me. But if it's on my ass, I want to be purple. Like I want you to go in. And I get a lot of people and I have a lot of clients, especially the ones that like heavy impact, that they want to be bruised and beaten. They just don't want it to show when they go to work the next day.
Right.
So it helps a lot of people, a lot more than you know. A lot of people want to keep it secret, but on the DL, a lot of people use pain to kind of refocus and take their mind and let their mind get off of the emotional pain and the mental stresses that they go through and focus on that physical pain so that they can release that emotional pain.
Yeah. And that's definite for me. That was my whole purpose.
That I would grow up and be like, I need to release some stress. Somebody beat my ass.
And people ask me all the time because even at parties and they pull out a paddle and my eyes start twitching and I'm like, I'm ready to go. And they're like, you must have been a bad child. No, I was not. I never got a spanking. Ever. So
maybe
like,
that's what it is. You got intrigued because you never got your ass whooped growing up. Me, I think it's the other way around. My mama used to beat me with that belt that I think after a while it was just like, you know what, go ahead. It's not even hurting no more. I'm starting to like this shit.
But you got to understand, when you're an adult and you are in a BDSM space or you're at a swing party and you getting a spanking, that ain't the same thing as getting a spanking from your mama or daddy. Like your mind ain't in the same place.
Your mind is not in the same place, but that sting is still the same. So it's like I remember that sting, and it's like a familiar sting. Granted, it's not an arousal sting when my mama used to do it, but that sting, it's like almost like it's not a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been here before. I felt this before, so I know I can take this. You know, and so that's I honestly think that's how I got here. My mom used to beat me with that belt and the twitches and the, you know,
some people do get aroused from even those spankings.
Well, no, I didn't get aroused from those spankings, but that came later.
But I mean, that's not even something that's unheard of. Like I've had submissives that their punishment was they couldn't have a beating. Their punishment was they had to sit on the couch in the timeout corner and they couldn't have any interaction.
Because that's what they like.
That's what they like. Exactly. They would act up to get a beating. And when they act up and they don't get a beating, that's when they learn real quick. That's when they learn real quick that the best way to not get a beating is don't act right.
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that?
Anyway, like I was saying, Carla, I'm so glad you found something that you loved and something that can help you. So that is wonderful.
Let's
I'm sorry, chill. Oh my God.
let's take a look at Chill's video. This was
Never
y'all.
using my government name.
Okay.
This was her first time, very first time, getting some impact play. We're just lucky to have it on film.
My favorite part is the end.
What is that you're using on her?
That's a paddle. This is after we had all the guns. And at this point, I had figured out that she had liked some things more than other things, so I was moving around and doing some other stuff.
I feel like it was all I had.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it didn't get to the part that I liked. The part that I liked was that she realized she really liked it.
At the end.
Yeah. So after we had done the flogging and the spanking, there was a point where she kind of went to get out of the chair. And when she went from being bent over to kind of just sitting straight up, she needed a minute. Because kind of like everything kind of started flowing and moving and
that
the blood.
subspace.
Yeah, she got in the subspace, exactly. And when that subspace hit, she was like, all right, I just need a minute. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I just need a minute. I just need a minute. And then she kind of got in that zone. And she was only there for a few minutes. But then when she came out of the zone, that's when she was like, hey, I need your number. I'm going to call you tomorrow so we can set something up because I need to do this again. So yeah, that was my favorite part.
So let me ask you something, Carla. Was that the first time you experiencing subspace?
Yeah, and because you don't, like he said, I was like, okay, I'm good. Let me get up. And then you get up and then you get this feeling like, ooh, a weight just came off. Like literally. And then when I felt the weight come off, it was like, okay, I'm putting two and two together. I came in with a lot of stuff on my mind, but I was going to party. I was going to enjoy this party. And that just made me feel like, whew, okay. And then I was like, wait a minute. Let me get myself together because if not, I'm going to wet this chair up. We're going to have some issues. Let me get myself on point. And then I was like, I needed that. So let me go ahead and figure that out. And I think we went until you got busy on me. It was like a couple months, like month after month. I think I did like 3 months, once a month. And then you be busy and,
Yeah,
but,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a lot on my plate.
Trust
and
me.
It's funny because I remember that party. That was a smaller party.
Mm-hmm.
And there were only like maybe 4 or 5 girls and 3 or 4 guys there. And all of the girls ended up getting impact or spanking. And unfortunately, after they got the impact scene, everybody was like, all right, I'm good. I can go.
Everybody, that's right.
So
Everybody
by the
left.
end of the night, all of the guys was looking at me like, you should have stayed your ass at home. Like, I don't really
Take all the ass out of here.
Like every one of them after they got spanked, they just left. We ain't nothing here. Like you ruined the party for everybody. You should have stayed your ass home. And I was like, my bad. I'm sorry. I ain't, because everybody's like, okay, I'm good. I got my ass beat. I'm good. I can go home now.
It was
like, oh my bad.
It's like
listen, I was trying to get in line again. I was like, no, I'm next. Oh, okay.
You double back. You
Try. She was like, I want to go again. I was like, okay, this is your first time in subspace. You need to take a moment. You don't really know.
He was like, get some water. Drink you some water.
Yeah.
Drink you some water.
I was like, get you water, relax, sit down.
Like,
you good
fuck this water.
Yeah. She was like, I don't need water. I need another spanking.
Yep, I'm ready to go again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It can be overwhelming.
Good times.
It is, but I thank you because it brought a lot of clarity to a lot of things that I was going through at the time. And it helped clear so much stuff for me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, for people that have the problem where they get in their head and they're overthinkers especially benefit for stuff like this, because this kind of forces your mind to let a lot of that stuff go. Even if it is for those few minutes that you're in the scene, your mind still kind of releases all that stuff that you're overthinking. And for those moments, you kind of free. Like you say, that weight is lifted.
It's another
I
source of
agree.
therapy.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely another source of therapy.
It is.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Chill, for coming on here and sharing your experience. I honestly feel that you need to do like an appreciation day.
I do. I
For,
definitely do.
For your clients.
I definitely do.
Like me, Chill, Queen.
We'll have an event where you can come through and get freebies for as the
Yay!
freebie scenes.
Right. Have a little impact scene, some rope scene,
definitely.
a little fire scene.
I don't know when, because like I said, I'm being in Tampa this weekend. I'll be in Atlanta next weekend.
You know, leave it up to me, and I will definitely. You know what? We can make Chill. We can make an event out of it, like we did last time. I'll be doing some tattoos. We'll put him up in the cut doing his thing. You can.
I'll be in the corner with the cannabis.
With the cannabis, you know what I'm saying? We can definitely.
I'm gonna definitely get some of them cannabis cookies. I gotta wait till the end of the night though, because once I'm done with them, I can't eat them and then go to spanking nobody. That ain't gonna work.
No, that ain't gonna work.
Till the end of the night.
That'll be
not at all.
Put those to the side for me. Yeah,
definitely. So yeah. Hey, listen, if you guys want some cannabis, what is not cannabis, not actual cannabis, but explain your business. Edibles. There we go. You want some edibles? My girl is the one to hit up. We will put her link up also.
Yes.
We should put it. Yeah, we'll put everybody's link up. Queen's link, your link, so like that.
No problem.
All right, but thank you for being here, love. We love you.
Thank you.
Baked goods, y'all. If y'all want cannabis baked goods, this is the one right here. I'm gonna get me them cookies when I see you.
No problem.
Okay.
Later.
All right, guys. Bye.
We have one more person. We have Sloan, and while you go ahead and reach out to her so that she can be ready, let me share where's my suspension video. I mean, this is only a few seconds long, but I really enjoyed myself. Right, this is my first time and my only time ever being suspended. I didn't do any of the cool tricks like Queen did because I went before her. So I didn't really know. And Queen went after me. So once Queen went up there, I was like, girl, okay, now do this, that, and the other. But I was sure spinning with my little wings on. Y'all see my wings?
With I Want to Fly playing.
With I Want to Fly in the back. Just fly, baby. Just fly. So is Sloan on?
She's ready. Yeah, she said
she's ready. All right, let's bring her on to the stage. Sloan, baby.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
We can hear you. How you doing, love?
I'm good. And yourselves?
I'm good. Welcome to the Bear Effect podcast. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely no problem at all. Sloan had a little bit of a different experience with rope. With Sloan, we did some sensual rope. We didn't do a suspension. We did a sensual rope scene. It was her first time doing rope, and she wasn't ready for suspension yet. We talked about it. She told me she definitely wants to.
Yes.
But as Chill just told you, I get busy and we haven't had a chance to get back to it. But tell them about your scene with sensual rope and how you felt about the sensual rope scene.
It caught me off guard when you initially started doing it because initially he just said, turn around, and then he pulled me and I was kind of startled and I was like, oh shit. And it kind of threw me off in the beginning. I was like, well, we're in this one now. So it's going to play either one way or another. But oh my God, it turned me on so much. Instantly, I got wet. Instantly.
Ooh.
Yes.
It opened up the floodgates.
It unlocked a kink that I want to keep exploring.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sloan, we don't have a video for Sloan. So kind of like explain to the people who don't know too much about rope play, kind of how you do your sensual.
So for me, sensual rope is probably one of my favorite kinks. In my opinion, one of the things that I love most about rope is the versatility of rope. I can use rope to hurt you. I can use rope to turn you on. I can tie you up. I can use rope to show you how free you are. I can do bondage. There's so much that I can do with rope, and rope is so versatile. That's why it kind of is my favorite kink. But my favorite thing to do with rope is to seduce people with rope, because it's just not, like she said, she was caught off guard. When you think about rope and you think about bondage, seduction is not something that comes to mind. It's not a tool of seduction, is not, when I say that sentence, a tool of seduction, rope is not what comes to people's mind.
You don't think about rope.
You don't think about rope. So for me, I very much enjoy sensual rope because it kind of shows people something that can be done with rope that they're not thinking of, that's not on their mind, and that's not something that is kind of common. So for me, my sensual rope scenes, that negotiation is absolutely necessary, because I need you to set your boundaries and tell me what's okay and what's not okay. And Sloan was a fantastic bottom. When Sloan came into the picture, after we talked about any medical restrictions, after we talked about any traumas and any triggers or anything that would be negative for her, when it came to her giving me her boundaries and hard limits, there were very few. There were a couple, and when you tell me what your boundaries and your hard limits are, I'm going to respect that. I'm not going to cross that line.
Right.
So she made it clear what was not okay. But she also said, as long as you don't do that, pretty much anything else is good to go.
Okay.
And I said, okay, so I can kind of build this in whatever way I want to, and you're okay with that as long as I respect those boundaries. And she was like, yeah, I trust you. So once she said that, I was like, all right.
Who ran with it?
Yes, I did.
You don't know how much weight those words held. I trust you. Oh, yeah?
Trust you. I was like, word?
Word?
Let me show you something. So my idea with Sloan was seduction and manhandling. I wanted her to have the soft and the hard. I wanted her to have the rough along with the seduction.
The sweet and the sour.
The sweet and the sour. So a lot of what her scene was, it was a contrast and a kind of conflict between me kind of manhandling her and pushing her around and pulling her and tossing her, and then using the rope to express the softness and the desire and the seduction aspect of the scene. So she kind of got a mental place where she was getting pulled in both directions. So she couldn't settle and get comfortable in either one of those places.
You weren't giving her enough time.
Exactly.
No, he wasn't.
She would kind of get into the soft side, I would take the rope and pull her into me and kind of jolt her out of it.
Right.
And then when she was jolted out of it and she would get ready for that hard side, I would kind of get soft and sensual and take her back into that softness. So for me, it was a lot of fun to be able to kind of play with that duality and go back and forth and keep her kind of on the edge of what's going to happen next. I wonder what's going to happen next. Yeah. So a lot of our scene was me standing behind her and making sure her eyes were closed so she couldn't see what was coming or what was going to happen next, paying a lot of attention to her body language, watching her kind of get comfortable and ease into a very soft, comfortable situation, and then pulling her out of that, surprising her. So we had a lot of fun. Or I had a lot of fun.
Sloan.
I had a lot of fun as well. It felt like, the only way I could like describe it, that where you can honestly see it, is like, it felt like, what's that dance that they call, like, is it the tango, the forbidden dance? Is that the dance where they push you and they pull you sexually? That's exactly what he did. That's what he did. I didn't have a chance to catch my breath.
Let me make it clear. Let me make it very clear. With the scene that Sloan and I had, there was no penetration. I did not touch her pussy. I did not finger her. There was no oral. There was no anal, no penetrative sex, nothing like that. I didn't grope her. My hands were not on like her private parts. It was all the suggestion of seduction, not the actual vulgarity of "I'm gonna fuck you right now," ha ha ha. So that, I think, for me, the foreplay, the leading up to it, that's where all of that sexual energy gets turned into the good, delicious yumminess.
Lord Jesus. But yep, that's the only way I could describe it, because it just, it came so fast. It was a push and a pull and a turn, and all the while my eyes are closed, and I'm like, and then next thing you know, I open my eyes and I got a whole star across my chest. How? How? And
Because
him
you were
he
the
taking it
superstar,
off
you were
was
shining
just as
bright.
he let me watch him take it off. It was even more fascinating because I'm like, how a perfect star across my chest?
Yeah,
That was the icing on the cake for me.
Yeah,
the cherry on top.
we had a great scene. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of fun.
Okay.
Mm.
And
All right,
again,
well, stay tuned for his appreciation day. It'll be coming soon.
and again, definitely want to play again. Definitely have been trying to set something up again, and just I got a lot on my plate.
I know. I've
Yeah.
been trying since August of last year.
Yeah, I got a lot on my plate. Like I said, I'm in Tampa this weekend, Atlanta next week. Like I got a lot on my plate. I'm
Like that having this show today kind of reminds me that back in January we were supposed to have a session, and it is now May.
Mm.
But we started the podcast,
But we started, and we went to Splash Mocha.
and we went to Splash. There you go. See,
All right, now somewhere along the line, if you could just beat my ass,
we'll figure it out.
tie me up or hang me up,
We'll figure it out.
one or the other,
Figure it out. We got a podcast to focus on.
We got.
Sloan, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you so much. It was so great to hear from you, and I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. Good night.
Good night.
So, the different aspects of BDSM: the pain, the pleasurable, the good, the bad, the somewhere in the middle. The what's bad for some people is
It's
good
great
for
for
others.
others.
Yeah. And I've had plenty of people at those parties, King's party, Jimmy's party, Island's party, that will see me having an impact scene with somebody or spanking somebody and be like, oh, I couldn't do that. I don't know how she just gonna let you spank her. That's crazy. Like, you'd never hurt me like that. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to be into BDSM. Not everybody is going to be into the things that we do or into the things that we're into. And that is perfectly okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, as long as I just want people to also know that, there's a soft side to BDSM. Definitely. Everything is not always painful. There's a lot of sensuality in a lot of these different scenes.
Delicious.
Yeah, that we can. I mean, we did the class in Splash Mocha, and you told me the class was going to be on hair pulling, face slapping,
and choking.
And I'm thinking, I was like, all right, I'm getting ready, for the
hard. I'm gonna get fucked up.
I'm getting ready for the boxing ring, and here comes Mr. Sensual, and just and it was there was no pain at all. It was all sensual, So there's definitely both sides. It's an equal yin and yang to it.
One of the things about BDSM is there is what is the real actual BDSM, and then there is what the expectation of BDSM is in the vanilla world. And a lot of those expectations are associated with the painful, the hurt, the abusive, but BDSM is so much more than just that. And there's so much in it to explore, and there's so many different things that you can do that have absolutely nothing to do with pain. So a lot of times when I'm at an event, and I'm at a big giant event like Splash, and I'm teaching classes, I like to show people that there is another side to it besides that expectation of pain, abuse, spank, hit, destroy. Like, there is a soft, sensual, seductive side of it too. And it's not just, oh, well, if it's going to be a massage, yeah, but if you're spanking somebody, it has to hurt. No, you can
doesn't.
Yeah, you can get a spank that doesn't hurt at all.
Nice sensual spank, yeah.
And like you said, you can get face slapping that is very sensual and it doesn't hurt. You can get choked and it's very sensual. Yeah, like all of that stuff does exist. It's about what you want to explore and what you want to do and what you enjoy with your partner.
Yeah, it's just the majority of the people do think that it's painful. I think like 95% of people that were in that class expected something also rough, and they were like, whoa, okay, so this is another side to it. So
Because when I started the class, you remember I told you we're going to start with the hard one. We're going to start with face slapping. And when I said that, people were like, and then you remember at the end of the class when I said, okay, who else wants to try face slapping? It was like 3 girls that was like, oh, me. And at the beginning, they was like, oh, hell no, you ain't smacking me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, you know, there's other ways of doing it. But we have reached our time. Before we go, I will be teaching intermediate rope in Tampa this weekend. The class is on Sunday at 4:00 at Eyes Wide Shut. That is a kind of everything goes club in Tampa. They have a swinger, they have a BDSM, they have a regular nightclub. It's kind of like their version of trapeze with some BDSM involved, but they sell alcohol. Yes, they sell alcohol. So I will be at Eyes Wide Shut teaching intermediate rope this weekend. As far as I know, there are a couple tickets still available. Last time I checked, it hadn't sold out yet. There were still a few tickets available, but not many. So if you're interested, you can call the club, email me, send a message to
reach out to us on any other platforms.
Yeah.
And Bear will.
I'll get you the information.
More than happy to do that. And then you also have, once again, Splash Mocha the week after that.
The week after that,
takeover
in Atlanta. Splash Takeover. It will be in Atlanta. It is from Thursday to Sunday. Complete hotel takeover. Nothing but debaucherous, naked, swingy, fucky people in a Hilton hotel. Just, it's okay. They don't know which one. Relax. So it's a nice hotel. It's not a bad hotel. It's not a flea bag. It's not a roach infested. It is a nice hotel. It's a complete hotel takeover. It's targeted and mainly for couples. And it's for swinging couples that want to meet other couples. I will be teaching some BDSM classes. They do have a dungeon. I will be monitoring the dungeon, making sure everything is safe and everybody has a good time and enjoys themselves. If you want any information about that, they have a website, splashtakeover.com. Everything is there. They even have a dating app now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can meet other splashers.
That's cool. Other splashers.
And
I love
Mocha
that.
has one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know about that.
Yep, they got a dating app. So splashers can meet splashers.
Splashers can meet splashers and the Mochas. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, as far as me, I don't have too much going on. I got a bunch of family events coming up.
You love it.
Oh, I love it. I definitely love it. I love the family time. I know that Denise is having a Memorial Weekend party, and as usual, I should be there. That's one party that I usually go to every year.
I know that Jimmy is having Haitian Flag Day party this weekend. He had asked me to come, but because I'll be in Tampa, I had to turn it down. But I know it's happening. Okay. I don't have the details, though. I don't know the specifics about it.
All right. Quick shout out, to our people who logged in. I'm not sure on the Facebook Live because I'm not looking at it right now. I don't have it up.
I want to give a special shout out to Queen, Sloan, Chill, Baby Bear, and Chill.
Yeah,
that's for y'all. Thank y'all for calling in and sharing your story with all these people who be looking at all this stuff, putting your stuff out there in the public for everybody to see and know about. Thank you for your videos. We appreciate you allowing us to show them, and we appreciate your time calling in and being a part of the podcast.
Definitely. Shout out to Nail Fetish Cast. That's my baby. Cherry boy. Cherry's on every show. True follower. Thank you. Mary the One. Listen, Canameals. That's Chill's Chill stuff.
Oh, that's her. That's the cannabis, the edibles.
Yeah, Canameals for Chill. Check her out.
Yo, them cannabis cookies, bro. You want some? Believe me, you want some.
Like for real. And she's got the oils too, where you can like use for massaging and it helps. Like she's got some good products.
You know I'm a fat boy. It's them cookies.
It's cookies. The brownies. Have you had the brownies?
Bro, the brownies too, but I'm a cookie boy.
But the brownies.
The brownies are good, but the cookies are it for me. I like the cookies.
All right. So yeah, now our inner fat people, inner fat boy and girl are taking over.
It's a meal, so.
So shout out to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, share. It's free, and that's a good way to show love.
We appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with us. We see all those names that be on the side of the screen. I see more names this time than I did last time. So we're growing, and I appreciate every last one of y'all that log in. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all. Have a great night. See you next week. Same time, same place.
Oh, the Brookies. That's right. The cookie
Brookie.
brownie. Yo. Oh, that's
She's
the
such a
best of
badass.
both worlds right there. You know what? You can log us off because I don't want them to see this. I don't want them to see this.
Good night, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all.
I didn't even read it until when I saw it. It was like, bro, the Brookies. Go ahead. No, come on, log us out. Don't let them see you.